Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be doing my cousin's makeup and I thought it would be fun to record it so you guys can see how I do makeup on other people. It's very different from how I do it on myself. Now, Tori did say don't mind her hair. She had a pretty busy day and we were doing makeup in the evening, so I had just gotten off of work and things like that. But I'm going in with the Sephora primer. It's just a clear eye primer, and I'm applying that with a synthetic brush. Do bear with me for the audio. I'm working with a new program, new software. The audio is not exactly where I want it to be right now, but I've already spent long enough on this video and just want to get it up. So I'm going to be going in with my Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm taking one of those really soft brown shades. I can't remember what it is, but one of the first two, and I'm applying that with a fluffy blending brush as just a transition to kind of map out the shape, provide a little definition to the crease. I asked Tori to go online and look up different makeup looks, just to kind of get a feel for her style, and she went on Pinterest and she showed me full glam makeup looks. Cut creases, bold colors, winged liners. She wanted the works. But she is 15, so I tried to keep it bold but still appropriate for her age. Also, Tori doesn't really wear makeup. She's athletic, she's a little bit of a tomboy. So she's never had this done on her before, and I didn't really want it to be overwhelming. So I'm just taking a slightly darker brown shade and building that in the crease a little bit. So when I go in with the color, it has something more natural to blend into. She didn't really have her mind made up on a certain color, so I just asked her what her favorite color is, and she told me turquoise. So that's why I've chosen the Jaclyn Hill. It's got this beautiful turquoise blue in it, and I'm going to be going in with that. So first I'm just taking the matte shade on a pointed blending brush, a crease brush, so I can be precise with it. And this is also going to help blend that shimmer into the crease and into the eyelid. Alright, now I'm just taking that same blending brush I used for the brown in the crease and blending out, just diffusing that matte turquoise shade. Now I'm taking that shimmer turquoise shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette. I believe the name of it is called Pool Party, but it's the only one in there. And I'm taking it with a flat brush and packing it right onto the lid. Now I want this color to really just be the star of the show, so I'm going to be blending it out into the crease to where as we get closer to the brow bone, it kind of turns into this wash of color, and the browns that I placed down before are really helping it blend into the skin a little more naturally, whereas if I didn't put those down first, it probably could have gotten a little bit muddy. But when I'm doing a look like this, where I really want just kind of the one color to really be the star of the show, even though it's shimmer, I will blend it into the crease. If I were going in with any other colors, I would probably just keep it on the lid, but I really want this to be blown out and like this wash, and I think it keeps it simple while still remaining bold. Now I am taking that same pointed crease brush with just a little bit more of the matte turquoise on it, just to softly blend the edges of the whole look. can see, I'm just taking a fluffier brush and I'm really buffing out these edges. When you want your eyeshadow, especially look like this, to be the star of the show, your eyes are going to go straight there. You really want the edges to be well blended and fading into the skin. And then I'm just taking one of those champagne highlights on a flat brush just underneath the brow bone to give a little lift. Now, right here, I'm just taking a clean, fluffy brush and I'm dusting away any fallout. And I'm going to show you a trick I learned. I can't remember who I learned it from, but I'm pretty sure it was a professional makeup artist that I watched on YouTube. You can take a Q-tip and a little bit of moisturizer. If there's any stubborn fallout, I think you can see it right there on her left cheek. You can take a Q-tip and some moisturizer and just wipe that away. Now this is why I always do eyes first, even on myself. And actually before I did her eyes, I applied a moisturizer. I applied the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream just to plump and prep the skin. And that way, while I was spending time doing the eyes, the moisturizer had time to really sink into her skin. And I'm just taking a disposable sponge and I mixed a couple shades of the L'Oreal Fresh Wear Foundation and I'm just going to apply that all over her face. Okay, sorry, I know I'm getting all in frame here, but I was super concentrated on just making sure this was blended out. I did wet this disposable sponge. You can do that to give you more of that effect of like having a beauty blender. I would never ever reuse the same beauty blender on anybody. Even if you've washed it, it doesn't matter. I don't think that sponges should be reused on people. To me, it's a red flag. So if you see somebody doing that, that's a no-no. That's just spreading bacteria. Anyway, I think this looks pretty good. I think I could have gone about a half a shade lighter, but you know, I am still definitely practicing my shade matching skills. Now I'm just applying a little bit of concealer with a synthetic brush. This is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. It's about a medium coverage, and I'm just having her look up because that kind of stretches the skin underneath the eyes so I can get a smooth application. And then I'm just cleaning up the edges of the eyeshadow a little bit with the concealer. Now I'm just setting her under eyes with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. I believe this is the translucent shade. And you may hear a little extra background noise from my voiceover, and that's because I've just had to turn on the AC. We are in triple digit weather right now, and I want to just get this video done and up because I'm really looking forward to hearing your feedback on it. And now I'm just moving on to setting the rest of her face to work on the complexion. I didn't show it here, but I'm now going in with a Profusion contour palette, and I'm using a shade that's kind of between a bronzer and a contour, and just using that on her cheekbones and just down the side of her nose. I'm not trying to change the shape of her face or anything, but she has such a great complexion already that after foundation and concealer, I really wanted to bring a little bit of the shape and life back into her face so you could really see her features standing out. And I'm doing this really lightly because she does not need a whole lot for her complexion. And now I'm going in with one of the Profusion blush palettes. I think it's the first one. It's the lightest one. And guys, if you're just starting out, these are some great palettes. They're about $5 a piece, and you get 6 shades in each, the blush and the contour. And I'm going in with something that's kind of a peachy pink. I feel like it really complements the eye color very well. We get that mixture of the warm and the cool complementing each other, and I'm not trying to go in heavy-handed with this. Again, very lightly. Now what I'm using here is the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, but it's the glow version. I had actually purchased this powder by mistake. I meant to get the original translucent setting powder, but once I got this, I felt like this would be a really great highlighter for most skin tones to have in my kit. I don't use it as a setting powder. It is way too glowy for that. It would make you look like a tin man. So I'm just using this. It's so natural looking. I'm just using this on her cheekbones, her nose, Cupid's bow, and the chin, just the high points of her face. And throughout the video, as she moves around, you'll be able to see it kind of, hitting the light, and it just provides this really soft, natural glow. Now we are moving on to brows. We're getting close to being done. I'm using my e.l.f. brow palette. It's actually the only thing that I have in my kit for brows right now, and I'm pretty happy with it. When you have great brows already, I think just a brow powder or an eyeshadow that matches your hair color is enough. I definitely don't do makeup on other people the way I do it on myself, and I think that this looks so nice and soft and natural. She's got great brows already. I don't see any need to go overboard with them. And then I'm just taking this Essence Clear Gel and using that to brush the hairs up. Now it's time for mascara, and what I am having her do that I also learned from professionals on YouTube is to have her just look down with her eyes but keep them open. And I'm using a disposable wand, and I'm using the L'Oreal Volumize Mascara. probably also noticed that I did not curl her lashes. I am just not a fan of lash curlers in general, but I'm also not very comfortable right now using lash curlers on other people. That is probably the most intimidating thing for me right now. So I'm just kind of avoiding it, and I don't feel like she needs it anyways. Now I'm going in with an Essence lip liner. I don't know the name of the shade, but it's something pretty close to her natural lip line actually, and we're going to go with a more natural kind of peachy nude lipstick color. Here I'm applying just a little bit of clear lip gloss because I totally forgot to prep the lips in the beginning of the video. I usually apply the Bite Agave lip mask, and I didn't want the lips to feel or look too dry on her because these are the Anastasia matte lipsticks from the lipstick palette. And then next we're going to be moving on to lashes. I just cut some demi wispies from Ardell in half just to give a little extra something. She didn't really have a preference as far as wearing lashes or not wearing them, but I figured these would give a little extra something to the look without being too dramatic or too uncomfortable. They're very lightweight and they have a very thin band, and I highly recommend them. And we are all done. Doesn't she look beautiful? She's beautiful with or without makeup, but here we are. It's the finished product. I really like it. Let me know what you guys think. I remember when she was a teeny tiny baby and she's not teeny tiny anymore. So this was so fun for me to do, and I'm getting some pictures and stuff. But anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. Let me know your thoughts or your opinions, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!